After years of waiting, Iceman is finally here. And honestly, this might genuinely be the most anticipated hip-hop project we've seen in a very long time.
Ironic, cause the Iceman was a nice man, now I'm hot and cold.
The boy himself, with one of the most anticipated records of the year, if not the decade.
But they didn't like J. Cole driving around in a Civic. No, I didn't like that Civic. Don't bring it up again, Cole fans. You fans are pissing me off. The Ice was performance art. That was great.
81 Bond Street since Monday evening. Toronto streamer Kishka arrived mid-afternoon seemingly to help crack the code on this ice structure and what Champagne Papi, aka Drake's release date for his latest album, Iceman, is.
5 units with all 3 albums. Please don't break 8,000, Drake, so I could be right. Munchie's got 800K. You were the highest guest in the chat. We were both 775. I'll split the 775 with you. You did say
Thursday yet,
7.
though. When you get to Thursday,
we're cooked, bro. He's probably gonna have like 1 million by Thursday. He's probably gonna break 1 million again. We're cooked.
all right, Pop.
Like the only albums in recent memory that had people watching this obsessively before release were probably things like Hold Our Red or Eternal Atake. That level of hype where the album almost stops feeling like music anymore and starts feeling like an internet event. And Drake knew that too, which is why Iceman doesn't feel casual at all. This project has been building for years now. Post Beef, post Kendrick, post Not Like Us, post everything.
Said this today.
Oh, by the way, I just got word. Just got official word, man. Yo, Iceman shaping up to be a classic, man. Shaping up, bro. It's all good. It's all good, man. Iceman shaping up to be a goddamn classic, man. It's all good. Don't count my boy out. You know what I mean? Every time, you know what I mean, he hits y'all with a counter punch. He have a good round. Give y'all a couple good songs. Jab, jab, cross hook. Y'all try to, you know what I mean?
So obviously, if you know anything about Drake, then you already know this album was never going to ignore the Kendrick situation. That was basically impossible. And sure enough, across the project, you can hear him circling back to the beef constantly. Sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly, sometimes sounding bitter, sometimes sounding weirdly reflective. None of that is the string part. The string part is Future. Because what the hell is Future doing here? Seriously, because if Iceman is supposed to be this cold, isolated version of Drake, this hyper-calculated, I don't trust anybody anymore persona, then Future being connected to the project at all almost feels contradictory, especially after everything that happened. And the more you really think about Drake and Future's relationship, after the Kendrick situation, the weirder this entire thing starts becoming.
Shit. Because he don't care. He was the first one to hear that Kendrick verse. He know what it said. He approved it. It ain't recant time. You know what time it is.
So, what's the real reason Future is suddenly back around Drake again? If he even is back around Drake like that. Because honestly, none of this feels normal. Across the entire Iceman run. What is it, like 40-something songs? And barely any features. Drake kept most of this project completely to himself. Which makes Future showing up here feels way more intentional than people are pretending. Because, let's be real, Drake did not need Future on this album at all. Half of these songs are already exploding by themselves. People are literally saying, almost every solo track sounds like it could have been a single. So why Future specifically? Why now? And Drake actually kinda addresses this himself on the song. He says, "Me and Pluto backed by popular demand." Pure cap. Popular demand from who? Because if anything, the internet reaction was the exact opposite.
Is there no one else?
Most people seemed confused, almost uncomfortable even. Like, wait, after everything? And I think to understand why this feels so strange, you gotta look at Drake's history with betrayal. Because Drake has a very specific pattern of people once relationships go bad. Take The Weeknd. Probably the most famous example. Years of tension, subtle shots, sneak disses, Cold War energy. Then randomly they reconcile. Everybody thinks finally they moved past it, and somehow the fallout after that became even worse than before.
Things didn't work out with The Weeknd. You know, he ended up doing his own thing.
To this day, I'm always excited, always super happy for all those guys. And I never like had any resentment towards like, oh, you didn't stay on OVO. That was never.
Then there's Meek Mill, another person Drake supposedly made peace with. But let's really think about that situation for a second. The ghostwriter allegations Meek attached to Drake permanently changed how people look at him as an artist. Even today, that stain never fully disappeared. I'm sure they publicly squashed the beef. But when was the last time you genuinely saw Drake moving around with Meek Mill like a real friend? Exactly. Same thing with Kanye. Same thing with Chris Brown. Even Rick Ross, honestly. If you really pay attention, Drake doesn't seem like someone who forgets betrayal at all. He may become cordial again, strategic again, professional again, but emotionally, that's different. That's why the Future situation feels off, because out of everybody involved in that Kendrick moment, Future was arguably one of the most important pieces. A lot of people genuinely believe Future helped legitimize Drake's public humiliation, not just Kendrick, Future too.
The relationship that I'm gonna trust that his peer-to-peer relationship with and how he looks at his whatever, I'm gonna be honest with you, I look at Future just like I look at all them other niggas. They all conspired. You get what I'm saying? It's not like Future was like, nah, I ain't with it. Like, yo, listen, you know what? I might not be fucking with him right now, but I'm not gonna help y'all get the homie.
Oh, I see.
He was with it. And again, I think Drake was trying to rationalize his particular issue with Future in a different way than other people, and I think that's his thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, out of respect for obviously, you know, these are all his relationships that he's cultivated. I'm gonna respect that, but for me as a fan, I would be cool if Future wasn't on it, and I love Future's music by himself. Yeah. But you know, once you hang, if we cutting the grass to see all the snakes, we can't kill all the snakes and leave one.
And meanwhile, across Iceman, Drake repeatedly keeps circling back to the exact theme over and over again. I don't forget. I don't forgive. I see everything
real, I can never forget you.
Whether it's DJ Khaled, LeBron, Ross, Jay-Z, Cole, even on songs that aren't direct diss records, the bitterness is still there underneath everything. which honestly makes the J. Cole stuff even weirder, because Drake sounds noticeably colder towards Cole than Future at points, and that makes no sense on paper. Cole publicly defended Drake after the Kendrick situation. He tried to neutralize things, avoid escalations.
I feel weird, and they want to make headlines out of this. Just like when I see Kendrick get the moment he had, the pop out, the stadium, the Super Bowl,
the Grammys.
I'm like, I'm just as proud of this nigga as I was when I knew him back then. You know what I mean? Of like, oh nigga, like, wow. But then at the same time, when I say that, I'm like, but I also hate that for Drake, and I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go crazy. Right. Like, I hope this nigga's in his bag, and I hope he boom.
Protect relationships. Meanwhile, Future basically disappeared into the opposite side entirely. So how does Future end up standing beside Drake on arguably the most important project of his career, while Cole keeps catching indirect strays, man? That's strange.
Future and Drake have made some bangers in the past, and you know, for the sake of the music itself, I'm glad they have teamed up again. I think they have good chemistry. But with that being said, what happened to you chose your side, you stay on your side, you stay on the side that you chose? What happened to that? Like, is it you stay on the side that you chose, asterisk, except Future? Future's fine? Future can pass? Future's good? Or just Future's, but everybody else, you chose your side, you stay on that side, but Future's, you're good, Future. Yeah, no, you come over here, that's fine. But everybody else.
And then the title, Ran to Atlanta. Bro, that title does not feel accidental, especially after Not Like Us. Especially after Kendrick practically framed Atlanta as culturally turning against Drake. So now suddenly Drake gets one of Atlanta's biggest figures visibly beside him. You really think that's random? Because Drake has always been obsessed with narrative control.
The most important place in rap music. During the first two shows of the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, Monday, Drizzy gave ATL its flowers for all the city has done for the hip-hop culture in the last 2 decades. According to Drake, natives of Atlanta should revel in the honor of being the center of the hip-hop world. Where would any of us be without the ATL? All the love you show, all the musicians, and all the shit that you've birthed, all the contributions that you give. This is hands down the most important place in rap music. You should be very fucking proud.
That's crazy.
Future, I'm back on your ass. Yo, bro. See, that's why you can't get in the middle of niggas beefing, bro. Because here goes Kendrick jumping on a song with Future and Metro to come at Drake, thinking this is the anti-Drake album. They got A$AP Rocky dick riding on one song. Everybody's taking shots at Drake on this album with Future, and then Future go and fuck around and go to make another song with Drake, and then Drake names it Red to Atlanta. Which is a punchline to the whole idea of what Kendrick was saying, that you run to Atlanta anytime you need some street cred. And Drake said, yep, watch me do it again. And guess what? With the motherfucker you just jumped on the song with and came at me with, and I don't, it's a little weird to me.
Even on family matters, the first thing he does is start reshaping perception. That's how he operates. Not emotionally first, strategically first. And honestly, that might be what this entire Future situation really is. Not forgiveness, not friendship, narrative correction, power. Like, you said Atlanta turned on me. Watch this. And weirdly, that almost makes the collab more sinister, because now Future stops feeling like a friend and starts feeling like a symbol, let's say. And that's the strangest part about Drake now. At this point in his career, he genuinely doesn't need anybody anymore. Not commercially anyway. Those features could disappear tomorrow and Iceman will still dominate. That's the level he's operating at now. something closer to cultural infrastructure than a normal rapper. But one thing Drake has never been is accidental, especially not after Kendrick, especially not after public humiliation, especially not during the most psychologically important era of his career. So, no, I don't think Drake forgot. I don't think Drake forgave.
My urges for revenge are uncontrollable. I know we're getting older though. Yeah, but I gotta get a nigga back for that. It's not.
So, I'm not even fully convinced Future is back like people think he is. But if Drake really is the manipulator people accuse him of being, then this entire thing was never about friendship in the first place.
I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation or our attachment. Then I
put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent. This man is crazy.
And subscribe. And let me know what you think in the comments. And subscribe if you enjoy this kind of videos. I want to keep making more stuff like this.